Welcome to Gerald Khalil's Conversation Piece. I share my thoughts on social content, sports, politics, and entertainment. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So today I'm going to talk about the candidates for the NFL's 2024 MVP and who, in my opinion, will win. Let's get started.
Number 1.
Josh Allen. And here's the reasons why he will win MVP. Allen has led the Buffalo Bills to a 13-3 record and their 5th straight AFC East Division title. This was despite losing key offensive players via free agency. Statistically, he has thrown for 3,731 yards, 28 touchdowns against only 6 interceptions, and has rushed for 531 yards and 12 touchdowns. His teams had impressive wins against the Chiefs and Lions, arguably the two best teams in the league. He has shown time and time again that when his team faces adversity or needs a lift, he is able to put his team on his back. Now, why won't Josh Allen win the MVP? Now, though he's one of the favorites to win, you have to go back to their 4th game of the season against the Ravens, where the Bills lost 35-10. This was a head-to-head matchup loss against Lamar Jackson in blowout fashion.
Number 2.
Saquonbarkley. Here's the reason why he will be MVP. He'll attempt to break the all-time season rushing record of 2005 held by Eric Dickerson in the season finale against the New York Giants in Philadelphia. This season, he has rushed for 2,005 yards, meaning he only needs 101 yards to break the record. He has also rushed for 13 touchdowns along with 2 receiving touchdowns. He has helped lead the Eagles to a 13-3 record and the NFC East crown. Now, 4 running backs in the history of the NFL has won MVP while rushing for over 2,000 yards. Those running backs would be O.J. Simpson in 1973, Barry Sanders in 1997, Terrell Davis in 1998, and Adrian Peterson in 2012. And if you're wondering why Eric Dickerson didn't win the MVP in 1984 when he originally broke the record, that was because of Dan Marino. He threw for 5,084 yards and 48 touchdowns. He also led the Dolphins to the Super Bowl that season. Now, why won't Saquon win the MVP? I don't put too much stock into this, but it will take him 17 games to get the record. And this MVP award is usually a quarterback's award.
Number 3.
Lamar Jackson. Here's why he will be the MVP. He has the highest rating among all active quarterbacks at 121.6 and has 3,955 passing yards with 39 touchdowns against only 4 interceptions and 852 rushing yards with 4 touchdowns. He broke Michael Vick's record for most rushing yards by a quarterback in NFL history in Week 17 against the Houston Texans. He has led the Baltimore Ravens to the playoffs once again and has them in position to win the AFC North with a victory over the Cleveland Browns in Week 18. Now, Jackson is a multiple MVP winner, winning in 2019 and 2023. Another win, and he'll join the following who have won at least 3 MVPs or more: Johnny Unitas, Brett Favre, Jim Brown, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Peyton Manning. Now, why won't Jackson win the MVP? I just don't think it's his year, and I think he's going to get punished because he won it last year. You could say that he's getting into the air of Michael Jordan. Okay, we can't give it to you too many times, but that's just my opinion.
Number 4.
Patrick Mahomes. Here's why he will win the MVP. He hasn't had a great statistical season, but he has led the defending Super Bowl champions to the best record in the NFL at 15-1. He's thrown for 3,928 yards, 26 touchdowns against 11 interceptions. He has also rushed for 307 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's attempting to become the first quarterback to lead a team to 3 consecutive Super Bowl victories. With 2 regular season MVPs and 3 Super Bowls, he has nothing to prove at this point in his career. The man just knows how to win. You can argue that he's now in Tom Brady territory, where you would be foolish to bet against him. Now, why won't he win MVP? I just believe there's too many other candidates with better statistical seasons. He'll get the same treatment as Lamar Jackson.
Number 5.
Jared Goff. Here's the reason why he will win the MVP. He has thrown for 4,095 yards, 33 touchdowns against 10 interceptions through 15 games. He has the Lions in position to have the best record in the NFC, which would mean home field advantage throughout the playoffs. A win against San Francisco and this upcoming Sunday against Minnesota will bring that wish to fruition. Now, despite season-ending injuries to players on both sides of the ball, he has still been able to lead a Lions team that has been the most consistent and arguably best team in the NFL all season long. Now, why won't Jared win the MVP? I can't think of a solid reason why he wouldn't win it, but if I had to guess, it would be because of the talent around him. Now, despite the injuries, it can be argued that the Detroit Lions have the most talented team in the league. They have a great receiving corps, and before the injury to David Montgomery, it could be argued that they had the best running back duo in the league. Now, I want to mention some honorable mentions. He probably won't win MVP, but here we go anyway. I'm going to mention them. Sam Darnold. Now, he had a phenomenal year for the Minnesota Vikings, and he'll probably end up winning a comeback player of the year. For years since he entered the league, man, he's been just abused, saying, people saying he couldn't play, he was a bust. He started off with the Jets, then he went to Carolina, and so you can see he kind of like bounced around to franchises that weren't really good. And now he's with the franchise that has given him the chance to show what he has, and he's done a phenomenal job. So hats off to Sam Darnold. My other honorable mention is Jaden Daniels. Yes, he's a rookie, but he's balled out this year, and he'll probably win unanimous Rookie of the Year. He has done a phenomenal job for the Washington Commanders. The Commanders before him, you got to admit that they weren't a team no one was thinking about. They were in the doldrums. They were coming off of getting a new owner, new GM, new coach. Now they got the quarterback, and now the Commanders are on their way. So hats off to Jaden Daniels. Now we're to who should win versus who will win the MVP. And it's going to come down to Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Now, Saquonbarkley, I'm going to take him out of the mix. I don't think he's going to win it. I think he'll come in third. And it's basically, this award is a quarterback's award. But even though Saquon's had a phenomenal year, I don't think it's going to be enough. Now, the question, who should win? If I had to cast a vote, it would be for Lamar Jackson. And here's the reasons. The Ravens have had a more difficult schedule. I think Lamar has faced more complex defenses. His stats are off the charts. I mean, he only has 4 interceptions against 39 touchdown passes. That's incredible. Also, head-to-head, the Ravens blew out the Bills earlier this year. Now, neither Jackson nor Allen had big statistical games, but Jackson did better. He threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for another, and Josh Allen didn't score in that game. Now, the question is, who will win? I believe Josh Allen will win because the media is really pushing for him to win. There are a lot of the pundits out there that are claiming that Josh Allen should be the winner. I think a lot of that has to do with because Lamar Jackson has won the award already, and they're looking to give it to someone new. Just my opinion. So let me know what you think in the comments section below. Who should be the NFL's 2024 MVP? Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.